2020 brought so many changes in our lives, including how we do parties. For this final Tuesday trade tip for the year, we will discuss about some New Year virtual party recommendations and tips for you. Alright? This is Lee Kundalan from OUINE'S Events Management, and you're watching Tuesday Trade Tips. For the first one, make sure you have a committee for this one. A group of people who will head this. Preferably people who knows what they're doing. Like, I assigned someone for technicals, so that will be the one who will be flashing whatever we need to be presented. You know, like share screen for virtual parties, especially if you have games like relay games and those stuff. So if you need PowerPoint, it's just we had someone to do that. Then I had someone to be the one in charge of the games. So they prepared the different aspects of it, the apps that's needed for this. So the questions, like later on you'll find out it's trivia game, but we had to use an app for that for everybody to join in. For the second one, just like weddings, it's better that you have a theme because you can have them, your guests, or the people who is part of the virtual party dress up for that theme based on the theme. And then also, preferably more practical when it comes to the set. They can provide a better backdrop for that, but it's better if they really use it, not just a virtual backdrop. So you can also have a competition for the best backdrop ever, something like our best costume ever. For the third one, it's more for the food and beverages. So if you have the budget for that, maybe you can have a uniform food for everyone, wherein you will just have it delivered or you have it prepared already so that walang ingitan or something. Or if you can do it also like KKVF, meaning kanya-kanyang virtual food. Yan, so virtual food for that, meaning whatever, basta it's better na you have food nearby or kanya-kanyang dala ng drinks, okay? Because it's better to have something to munch during the party, because syempre nakakaano yun sa lalamunan, boring naman, makikita ba iba kumakain tapos ikaw hindi. So make sure you have your own food. You have food nearby. For the fourth tip, it's more on your virtual platform and your e-invite. So check out what are the different apps or ways that you can connect with each other when it comes to the virtual party. So some are more familiar with Zoom, some are more familiar with Google Meets, and then you can also use the Facebook room. For Google Meets, it's until 100. For Zoom, it's more than that. So it's up to you how you're gonna do your party so that you can interact with your other family and friends virtually. So same thing with the e-invite. You can have like, for our party we had like a Facebook event, so it's there virtually, but also in that virtual event both we have a link where the people can access it. Alright, so make sure when you choose a virtual platform for your party, everyone is familiar with it. For the fifth one, decide what type of program would you like. Alright, so if you want it to be more like family friendly, so I suggest you have games, of course. If you're like us, we have different relatives from different parts of the world. So we have some challenges when it comes to seeing or meeting our relatives online most of the time. So there's this part really while waiting, preferably with the other guests or with the other participants of the party, we had a little kamustahan. We had to talk about a little mingling, virtual mingling, how everyone is and those stuff. And then we also have games. Of course, if you are like us, we are a religious family, so we have prayers. So prayer at the start, and then prayers at the end. So what happened with us was basically we had a little kamustahan with other relatives, and then we prayed, and then we started already with the games, while at the same time we're eating. Once in a while we have food nearby, so eating is not really part of the program anymore, so that it would be move fast as well, the momentum and those stuff. And then we had a raffle, and then once it's done, we had a prayer, and then we again, those who stayed, we had a little we mingled virtually about other things as well. And then, so it's up to you if you just want to just drink or something. For the older ones who are who can legally drink, so it's up to you if you just want to drinking. And the sixth one, it's more on the games. So for our games, since we're a little bit family friendly, because it's a family reunion from different parts of the world, we had Bring Me, but instead of just showing the stuff, we had to make sure we bring the stuff, and then with we had a flashlight, so that the one who is doing the event knows who got it first. Alright, so that's what my cousin did for the Bring Me. So since he's a doctor, he's more of the cleanliness, so most of it's more on like we had like a tabo and then water, and then we have to make sure it has water in it, half water, something like that. Well, it's up to you how you want to do your Bring Me. And then we also had trivia, but instead of just saying it, we actually use Kahoot It. Alright, so for Kahoot It, this app, it's really fun. You can, if you're the one who's doing it, of course you have to think of the question, and then the multiple multiple choice for that as well. And then with Kahoot It, it's not just the fastest. You're not just have to be correct, but you also have to be the fastest. So depending on how many questions at the end of the game, at the end of Kahoot It, there will be ranks. So it's the top 3. You'll be so it's either you're not just the fastest, but you're also you have to have the most correct answers with it. So that's what we did for a trivia game. And then for our instead of Pictionary, it's what my cousin calls it, we did a charades instead. So in order for us, so as much as possible, the one who's doing the charades is from another, preferably from another place. For example, if I'm from Quezon City, my partner is in Cainta. That was my aunt. So like the normal charade, whoever's gonna be acting it out, the game master, in this case my cousin, had to send it through Messenger, because we use Facebook room for this. So he sent it through Messenger, the one that we have to act it out. So again, it's also, there's the usual timer, and then the other, it's like the normal charades. It's just that it just it has to be in a different medium. And then for our final game, we had like a raffle. So for the raffle, you just have to make it easier, so that if you want to do it manually, you can just write down who's ever present, and then have papers in it, and then on the spot you can do picking those stuff. But if you want to be a little bit more technically savvy, if you're like that, then use an app, a roulette app. You can download it online, or spin a wheel. So, and then you can put the different names of the persons who are there. So that's what we did. So for the prize for this one, we had monetary prizes. So for the different, since we're from most of it were from the Philippines, so we had GCash. It was this was transferred after the event, so we had someone writing it down, or taking the who won for those particular games. And then for the one in kind, it was delivered by us. Well, I had. So I hope you enjoyed our little Tuesday trade tip for the last Tuesday of the year. So I hope you enjoyed it, so that I hope you learned from it. For destination weddings, we'll skip 1 or 2 weeks actually for this one, because I have to provide a choose a trade that's more apt for the current situation of the country or of the world actually, because we're in a pandemic. So tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang Pasko, tuloy-tuloy din ang New Year, and we're very happy and very grateful for you being there always. So just hoping for a better year for all of us, and hopefully it would really open the doors already for the world, for the events business already. There's already a vaccine, so I know there's hope, and of course, because there's a God, I know very well there is hope. Alright, so hopefully I see you next year. Alright, thank you and have a great day.